Hello dear friends, my name is Selena, and I am truly delighted to welcome you here to my channel. For your fire sign, July brings a sacred invitation. Balance your passion with presence, your intensity with patience. The skies are shifting and you may feel both the desire to act and the need to reflect. Trust this duality. This month, the universe will illuminate the places where your fire burns brightest and where it needs gentle direction. With planets in retrograde, karmic shifts, and a powerful new moon ahead, it's time to tune in and realign with your true purpose. Let's find out what July has in store for your fiery spirit. Energy of the month. Focus, 8th, 9th house, transformation, truth, liberation. Sagittarius, July is a journey into depth before elevation. With the sun transiting your 8th house until July 22nd, you're being invited to release, regenerate, and redefine what power means in your life. This part of your chart rules emotional entanglements, shared resources, and deep transformation. You're shedding old skins, and it's not always comfortable. But it's necessary. The full moon in Capricorn on July 10th activates your 2nd house, bringing clarity around money, values, or self-worth. You may close a chapter related to financial dependency or come into a more empowered sense of what you truly value. This moon asks, are you building your life on someone else's terms or your own? After July 22nd, the energy lightens. The sun shifts into Leo, your 9th house of truth, expansion, and higher vision. And on July 24th, the new moon in Leo invites you to set bold intentions for travel, education, publishing, or spiritual growth. You're being reminded, after the release comes flight. Trust that the wisdom you've gained through pain now becomes your compass. Work, career, and self-realization. Focus, 10th house activation via Mars, Mercury retrograde in 9th, purposeful reassessment. Professionally, July invites both strategy and surrender. Mars in Virgo transits your 10th house of career and public image, energizing your ambitions and stirring a hunger for advancement. You're more assertive now, but must channel that energy with precision. Don't scatter your efforts, focus on refining your mission. As Mercury enters its retrograde shadow and turns fully retrograde in Leo, your 9th house, on July 18th, your broader goals come under review. A project involving media, education, travel, or teaching might stall or require revision. This isn't a failure, it's a sacred delay that asks you to realign your message with your deeper truth. Look out for the Sun-Pluto opposition on July 25th across your 9th and 3rd houses, which can bring ideological clashes or the breakdown of outdated belief systems. If something you've long trusted no longer resonates, let it go. You're becoming a wiser guide for others and for yourself. Finances. Focus, 2nd and 8th houses, empowerment through clarity. Your financial landscape undergoes an energetic purification in July. The full moon in Capricorn on July 10th in your 2nd house shines a light on personal income and values. You might reach a financial goal or realize it no longer satisfies your deeper needs. This is your chance to review how you earn, save, and spend. Are your resources supporting the life you truly want? With Venus moving through Gemini, your 7th house of partnerships, all month, financial matters may be linked to a significant other or a business agreement. Joint decisions or contracts require clear communication and transparency, especially as Venus squares Mars on July 23rd between your 7th and 10th houses. Tensions could arise if values clash in your career or partnerships. Use the stabilizing energy of the Venus-Pluto trine on July 7th between the 7th and 3rd houses to talk through any misunderstandings or renegotiate terms with clarity. Finances may fluctuate, but your power lies in staying anchored in your values, not in chasing short-term gains. Love and relationships. Focus, 7th and 8th houses, intimacy, agreements, emotional contracts. Relationships are rich, intense, and transformative this month, Sagittarius. Venus in Gemini lights up your 7th house, making this a fertile period for love, connection, and partnerships of all kinds. If you're in a relationship, expect heightened dialogue. Just be mindful of potential misunderstandings around July 23rd, when Venus squares Mars. Passion could flare, but so can frustration. Stay grounded in truth and avoid impulsive reactions. With the Sun in your 8th house through July 22nd, emotional depth and vulnerability become central themes. You may be exploring the deeper bonds in your connections, trust, sexuality, and shared emotional weight. Surface-level attraction won't satisfy now. You crave soul-level honesty. If you're single, this is a month to heal lingering emotional patterns before calling in something new. Look for connections that spark not just chemistry, but mutual transformation. Love in July isn't always soft, but it's deeply real. Health and well-being. Focus, 6th and 12th houses, balance, nervous system, subconscious healing. July may feel physically and energetically demanding, especially with Mars in Virgo, energizing your 10th house, pushing you to achieve. But that same intensity can manifest as burnout if you're not conscious of your limits. Your 6th house, the traditional ruler of health, is subtly activated by the ongoing retrogrades of Saturn and Neptune in your 4th house, which rule emotional roots and inner safety. You may feel tired without understanding why. This is a call to tune into your emotional body. Are you holding on to old patterns of guilt, self-pressure, or proving your worth through work? Around the new moon on July 24th, set intentions for healing that include both physical and emotional well-being. Balance assertive activity with restorative rest. Take note of any gut or digestion issues; they may signal emotional strain, not just diet. Meditation, journaling, and time near nature can help you restore your center. Your vitality is not just in motion, it's an integration. Astro advice and warnings. Key aspects: Mercury retrograde July 18th, Venus square Mars July 23rd, Sun opposite Pluto July 25th. July asks you to slow down and listen, especially to your inner guidance. As Mercury turns retrograde on July 18th in your 9th house, travel plans, legal matters, academic projects, or publishing endeavors may face delays. Avoid rushing into contracts or major commitments after this date, and instead revisit what you've already started. There's wisdom in the review process. Tensions may rise around July 23rd, as Venus squares Mars between your 7th and 10th houses. Relationship dynamics can clash with career demands. You may feel pulled between love and ambition, or find that public expectations interfere with private needs. Stay diplomatic and avoid ultimatums; cool-headed conversations will serve you better. The Sun-Pluto opposition on July 25th lights up your 9th and 3rd house axis, challenging you to let go of rigid thinking or belief patterns that keep you small. This may involve standing up for what you believe, even if it means facing uncomfortable truths. Stay rooted in integrity, and don't be afraid to pivot if your soul says it's time. Inspiration and spiritual message. Focus, 9th house themes: truth, freedom, alignment. Sagittarius, your soul thrives when it feels free, and July reminds you that freedom begins within. The Sun's journey through your 9th house after July 22nd illuminates your personal philosophy and spiritual beliefs. What story are you telling yourself about your path? Does it liberate you or limit you? This is a powerful month to reconnect with your inner compass. With Saturn and Neptune retrograde in your 4th house, you're healing ancestral stories or emotional conditioning that shaped your early view of life. Don't be afraid to revise your narrative. Growth doesn't mean you abandon your past; it means you consciously choose a future that reflects who you've become. The new moon in Leo on July 24th, also in your 9th house, is a cosmic reminder that your vision matters. Set intentions around expanding your world through learning, spiritual practice, or sharing your message. The universe is asking you to shine not just for applause, but for purpose. Opportunities and lucky moments. Key dates: July 7th, Venus trine Pluto; July 13th, Sun trine North Node; July 24th, new moon in Leo. There are golden threads woven throughout the month, if you're paying attention. On July 7th, Venus trines Pluto between your 7th and 3rd houses, offering deep, honest conversations with a partner, mentor, or trusted friend. It's a great time to heal relationship patterns or receive valuable advice that shifts your mindset. Then, on July 13th, the Sun trines the North Node from your 8th to 4th house, opening a karmic window to release old emotional patterns and embrace deeper roots. This is especially beneficial for resolving family dynamics or finding stability within. Finally, the new moon in Leo on July 24th is your true cosmic jackpot. It occurs in your ninth house, your natural domain, making this the perfect time to start a long-distance endeavor, publish an idea, commit to a spiritual path, or begin teaching what you've learned. Luck favors those who leap with courage and clarity. Challenging transits and personal growth zones. Focus, emotional surrender, belief evolution, career tension. Growth this month comes through humility and honesty. Mercury's retrograde in your ninth house challenges how you've structured your worldview. You may realize that a philosophy, teacher, or ideology you once held dear no longer resonates. Don't fear the unraveling, it's clearing space for a belief system that truly empowers you. The Sun-Pluto opposition on July 25th asks you to choose evolution over ego. This transit may shake you out of mental certainty and demand a deeper inner truth. If you're trying too hard to make it make sense, consider that some answers come only after surrender. Around July 23rd, as Venus squares Mars, expect friction between public obligations and private relationships. This could reveal whether your work aligns with your heart, or if you're overcompensating to meet external standards. Remember, growth often hides behind discomfort. Lean in and listen. Sagittarius, July is a month of spiritual realignment and honest reckoning. You're shedding outdated beliefs, expanding your emotional capacity, and stepping into a more integrated version of your truth. This isn't about chasing the next big adventure, it's about coming home to yourself and choosing purpose over projection. The cosmos is asking you to lead, not by running ahead, but by walking with depth and clarity. Let the new moon in Leo awaken your voice. Let the full moon in Capricorn ground your worth. Let Mercury's retrograde guide you inward, so that when you emerge, you'll do so as your most honest and radiant self. If this reading resonated, support our journey by liking, subscribing, and sharing Selene Speaks. Your presence helps this community grow, and your soul is the reason we speak. The stars are your allies. Walk forward with trust.